Welcome to Goliath Task Force. Today we'll be reviewing the Toy Soldier 1694A in AR1. This is genuine AR1, Cryo Precision 500D. That's obviously the webbing and the fabric's real Cryo Precision. This model is the A, obviously. A plate size. It's medium plate size. Let's take the Velcro patch off. Right, now I'm going to start from top to bottom and go over the features you get on this vest. Obviously the cut of the vest itself is quite nice and ergonomic for when you're aiming and shouldering your rifles. It's got quite a nice sharp cut here, which is just perfect for when you're shouldering. The Velcro at front, you've got 3 rows of Velcro, 3 separate rows, but 2 of them are Molly, the top one and the bottom one, so you can use them for pouches. Same with obviously the bottom row here. You do have angled PTT retention holes or slots, you want to call them, depending on how you like to mount your PTT, left or right or low or high. And you've also got these 2 little bits of Molly here, which you can use for, well, got it there and there. You can use them for PTTs, chem lights, anything you want. Again, you have Molly up the front. You've also got hydration comms routing up on your left and right side of the rig. Well, this left, your right, of the rig. And you obviously have a kangaroo insert. I personally have the Toy Soldier insert because I find that it fits best, because the insert section is quite small on this model. I'm not sure if that's a fault of Toy Soldiers or in the real one, but I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's actually quite a good thing because it's smaller for a reason. Yeah, it does hold your mags much better, and it's much heavily stitched in the corners here. I'll go over stitching in a second. Again, it goes all the way down, and you've got Molly on the front. You've got 6 rows along, but the end one's like half-size Molly, so you can't really use them. If I can show you them, you can't really use them. You can use them for pens and stuff, but not really Molly and pouches on. So it looks like you've got 8, but you've only really got 6 usable. That's not a problem. Right, I'm going to go to stitching. The stitching is awesome. If you look by the stitching, it's heavily reinforced all the way along. I have had a bit of fraying here and there, but it's never come loose, and it's just heavily done, really. I'm quite happy with it. Even on the Velcro up top here, you've got the same thing. And even on the PTT retainers, everything really, you've got all of it there. The whole vest is very well stitched. Even along like the tab here, it's heavily stitched. And it's double stitched around the edge here, on the opening. And double stitched around the edge. Everywhere really, it's double stitched everywhere. And again on the bottom there, it's been heavily reinforced again there when you've been pulling this tab up. Now, I'm going to go under the cummerbund. Something that they've done that's quite nice, and I believe another few companies have done this, is where the insert is, they've left this material quite soft, so it actually sort of bulges out as you put mags in there. Hard to show without putting mags in. Obviously, at this angle would be hard to do that, but it does help when you put in mags in. It stops the Velcro ripping up on you. My Fly model used to rip up at the corners once you fill it up with mags and stuff, and it used to get a bit of pain in the ass, but that's all good there. Shoulder straps, they're very well padded. You've got a lot of space in there if you want to run a sling or anything like that. See, again, you open them up and then you can adjust your rig as well from in there. This is sort of its factory setting, I'd say, because the Molly here would start showing on this part here as it runs through. The soft Velcro would start showing on top. So I say this is normally your factory one, standard setting, but you can adjust it either way if you're bigger or smaller. Now I'll go over the cummerbund. Obviously you have your pull cord, so you yank that, and again they've not stitched it all the way around the edge, which is nice because that way you're not going to have these weird ends getting pulled up. You know, it's sort of got a bit of playroom space. The cummerbund itself, again, it has a radio pouch inbuilt. I'll show you that. It has a radio pouch on both sides, on the left and right side. You've got that, and it's got a pull tab on there. Again, your Velcro's there for your, obviously attaching it underneath the flap. And again, you've got massively heavy reinforced stitching all the way around. I personally don't use this cummerbund. I actually use the Toy Soldier Airlight cummerbund. I personally think it's a bit more streamlined and lighter weight. But these are nice. I mean, you've got a nice bit of padding here around this section, which sort of once you've got a heavy load, it digs in a little bit. Yeah, this helps. And you've got a bit of mesh and all that all along here too. Working our way around, while the cummerbund's undone, I'll show you the sort of the adjustment system. They've used quite a loose bungee, if you can see that. It's quite loose, but I personally quite like it because that way it flexes easier. You don't have to sort of fight with your rig. Naturally more comfortable. Again, I don't use this rig, I don't use this cummerbund setup, so that for me is different. But for everyone else, when I had this rig, I did use it like this for a while, it was very comfortable. Right, let's pull it back through and put it in, and I'll start to look at the back of the rig. Again, the stitching is pretty much all the way around. I don't think it's anywhere that's under-stitched. I think it's all heavily stitched pretty much all the way around. Even if you look on the cummerbund, if I can get a closer up with that, even up here, it's all double stitched, and again, sort of bar tack style down here, all the way around, and on the bottom, the same, all the way around really. We move to the back plate, and again, this is, again, heavily reinforced stitching everywhere. Double stitched, actually triple stitched, I believe, triple stitched around this part. So obviously this part is technically a separate piece, so that's a good thing. Obviously you've got the pull cord which runs through technically here, and that's all stitched on nicely and amazingly well. Here's your comms routing tabs again. If you're going to run a hydro pack like I do, you can actually run your comms or cables or hydration tube up there. Again, the way it's cut and stitched is very, very neat. You can't really see that bit, but it's all very neat up here. It's all stitched perfectly around the edge, no sort of overlapping or underdone bits that are too close or too far away. And if you look at the actual shoulder strap, that again is triple stitched twice in train tracks. That makes that bit really strong there. The buckle here, I'm not sure what brand it is. I don't think it's a UTX buckle, but it is bloody strong. It doesn't flex at all really, so that's good. The only problem I've been having with this vest is a little bit of fraying here and there. Mostly of the actual Velcro sections, like on the shoulder pads and on the front Velcro. It seems to be very brittle, and I wouldn't say brittle, it's just it tears away. It's obviously where it's been cut and stuff, but once you get rid of the excess bits, you seem to be quite clean and alright. Like I've done now, it's not much left. I mean, there's a little bit here, but just deal with it neatly. Don't just yank it, because you never know, you might rip something, but I just get a lighter and singe the ends and you're all good to go. But like I said, you've got the Toy Soldier logo on the back plate there, which I quite like. You do have, just take it right apart and I'll show you the back. Okay, so your rear plate bag, you do have the Velcro section down here with, again, 2 molly bits which are just as much heavily reinforced. This is actually for the internal cummerbund you get with it. I personally don't know where it's gone now. I think I've misplaced it, but you do get an internal cummerbund which goes here, and it goes, Velcro's under here, loops round through here, and it goes all the way around to the front plate bag, which is here on these straps, and it sort of Velcros on itself. That's quite handy if you don't want to run your cummerbund or you want to make it more secure. Again, personally I don't run that cummerbund, so it doesn't bother me, but that does come with it, which is always a nice touch. You also have the Velcro on the inside here, as most other vests do, and you have Velcro on the back and on the shoulder pads. These shoulder pads Velcro can correspond, I believe, and you can actually have better like external padding that goes from here right round to the front. It sort of loops right around your whole system. I've never seen it, but I've been told you can get that for it. I personally don't run I don't personally run the shoulder pads either. I take them off just because they're a little bit more streamlined, and only if I'm running heavy loads I'll put these on. If not, I'll run them separate and obviously play around the adjustment a little bit more. But the padding is really nice on this vest. The actual vest itself comes with a slight bit of padding. I do have plates in there now, but you have a slight bit of padding in there as it is, which is quite nice. Don't know if you can see that, but it's quite spongy actually. Same with the front. You have a really bit of sponginess on there, and the shoulder pads have got extra padding on there really, because obviously the weight load. So that pretty much does it for the main part of the vest. So here's my 694 again, how I have it set up. First thing you notice is obviously the front is slightly different. We have made our own GRG panel within the group. One of my guys has actually stitched this and made it for me. It's basically a GRG panel which you can store maps. It's more of a pouch than it is an openable one. You know, it doesn't pull right open. It's just a GRG style, just an admin. It Velcros on, quite simply. And then obviously we built this retention strap that Velcros to the back panel that I can use to retain it, and I also retain my cable with that same cable up here. It keeps it sort of up away from the bottom of my chest. So I've got that, and it gives me a bigger Velcro space, and actually attaches into the insert slightly. And I can still use my mags in there as I do. It's just above it, which is good for me. For now we'll close that. Obviously got my patch on there. My PTT is actually elastic banded onto the PTT one, angled one like I said, and then the cables are obviously routed up and through the back of the vest, which I'll show you a bit later. Again, what I run on the sides are, I run on my left side, which is your right on the camera obviously, but on double Kydex pistol pouches by Fly. I'm not seeing anyone that makes any clone of these just yet, or anyone I could bother to buy from just yet, but these do the trick. They're not too bad, and they hold my mags pretty well. The other 2 pouches I'm actually borrowing from a friend at the moment. These are 2 Sempo Gear M4 style pouches, double stack. We recently went to a game where it was ammo limited, and I did have these on my chest with 1 more mag, but these ones I've just got on my side for now. And that concludes the side, apart from the radio pouch, but obviously I've got the JPC cummerbund attached on there, and that's Toy Soldier as well. And also I have my Cry M-Bitter pouches in here, behind it, and I love them because that's my silencer. On this side, I have my radio goes in the M-Bitter pouch, and it's obviously the aerial is attached to me, that way it doesn't flap around and get in the way, because it's a slightly larger aerial than normal one it come with. I do have a tourniquet. This is a genuine tourniquet, I just have it there for looks obviously. Got my med shears there, these are also real ones, but again mostly for looks. I do have a VGC AR2 pouch. It's just literally for my multi-tool, because it's just easy for me to have there, and it's 1 random coloured pouch. I do need to get an AR1 one, but again, not got around to buying one. And I've also got a Toy Soldier admin pouch. I think it's called Type 2. But I took the Velcro off the front, as you can see that area where it did have Velcro. I took it off just as a flat pouch. I will be buying a 100-round pouch, just deciding who to buy it from at the moment. But that really is the front and the sides. I do, again, like I said, I run those straps, shoulder pads. I just run it straps, which ain't too bad for me when I'm running lighter gear. So, here's the back panel. I am running a Toy Soldier AR1 Hydro pouch, 27 ounce. It's all insulated, and also it's got the retention for it, for any hydro. That's handy for me. I mostly use it as a backpack as well as hydro. Got my name tag and my IR square. I have cable ties and a chem light in there. And that's pretty much it. I don't really run anything else apart from obviously the cummerbund attached to the back. And that's about it. So here's the 1694 actually on and how I have it set up. As you can see, I've got 3 triple mags shingle up front, or insert, on my right side, as I said. I've got my utility pouch, my multi-tool pouch, tourniquet, med shears, and my radio. On this side, I've got my 2 pistol mags for my SIG. These can be closed top or not. You can have them closed top or open top. They're Kydex inserted. Got my PTT up front. Got my GRG pouch here, which I can obviously put mats and crap in, like I mentioned, and then retain my comm stuff behind me. And that's about that. Very comfortable rig. So I'll run it without the shoulder straps, just because it makes it a little bit less bulky. My shoulder's a little bit flatter, so when I'm running a sling it doesn't get bunched up at all. On my back, like I said, I have my hydro pouch. It's the Toy Soldier 27 ounce. I normally have a comms, and I normally have my hydration tube run up and over my shoulder and elastic band down if I can't, if I don't use the shoulder pads. So that's about it for the rig itself. As you see, I've got quite a bit on it. I've still got more than enough space for shit. Like I said, I'm looking at replacing these 2 pouches for a 100-round pouch. It's just a bit more versatile. Maybe keep one of them and just swap it round. And this side I'll probably just keep it how it is, because that's my drawer side, so obviously my pistol holster needs to be quite clear, and that's why it's quite a flat pouch. So that's it for the rig. There's not much else to talk about, so I'll leave it there. I won't make this video too long. And yeah, if you like what you saw, if you watch this on YouTube, then please subscribe and comment. If you're on our Facebook page, then please like and comment again. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Send it around. We'll appreciate that. If you want to send us any direct messages, we'll be here to answer anything you want to know. We'll be making videos if you guys want and request. If there's any gear we've got on show or anywhere that you want to see, or obviously if you know us and you want to know a bit more about what we've got, then please message us. We're having a lot more coming. We've got a lot more gear from other company. We've got gameplay footage. We've also got team profiles that we'll be doing. Each member of our team will come in and do a bit of review on their own kit and how they have it set up and why. Just so you get to know everyone on the team. But for now,
on GT02, signing out.